Hello. So today we're going to do a tour of my tanks. I only live in an apartment, so I'm limited by size, but I fit as many as I can in here, and hopefully people like them. Just to preface, I do aquarium keeping on a budget, so pretty much everything that you're going to see is sourced by me at the local river, and plants from clippings of other tanks and so forth, so anybody can do it. Why don't we dive right in? We'll start with the smallest tanks first and work our way up, I guess. A couple of them are still projects or failed projects, so they need rescaped and stuff like that, so don't judge every single one of them very fine-tooth wise, but hopefully you like it. Here we go. To start our tour, we're just getting the top fin 3-gallon shrimp and plant oasis, they call it. Only downside to this tank is, why would you make a clear internal filter? I don't want to see the media. But other than that, I love these tanks. This is my red cherry colony. In here, I guess I can say these two pieces were store-bought. I couldn't find a piece of wood with the shape that I wanted, and of course, Kala or Chala wood is not local to me. But we got a nice healthy colony going on here. They're all hiding right now, but I think it turned out pretty good. And then we just shuffle to the side, and then here's my other one. Same tank. This one was all local sourced by me. And this one is my yellow goldback colony. It's a little bit smaller than the red one. They were a little bit slow to pick up on the breeding, but I do have shrimplets in there, just waiting for them to grow. And I'm pretty pleased with these two scapes. Don't plan to make any changes to these ones, except in here I'll probably take out the hair grass, because obviously without CO2 it doesn't do very well. But Monte Carlo does, so I may switch it out to that. All right, let's move up a size. All right, so there is two here again, but these are the Fluval Spec 5s. Ignore the pothos in the top left. That just came out of a project that I'm working on, and I need a place to put it. But this one is essentially endlers and guppies with Blue Dream shrimp. There is one auto in there just to keep things kind of in check, and a right snail, but yeah, basic good carpet of Monte Carlo going. There's no CO2 on any of these. I decided to stop doing it and changed everything into low tech, but this one does have the light that came with the unit. The other one does not, because like I said, things are on a budget, so all my tanks were used apart from my shrimp tanks. But pretty healthy and fun there. And we slide over here. This one was recently redone, so the plants haven't grown in yet. But as you can see in the top left there, this is the Crystal Reds with a group of Galaxy Rasboras. Again, all naturally sourced, etc. This one has a mixture in the substrate where I did put stratum in it because it's crystals. Yeah. Other than that, this one has a different light. This is the Nycrew Amazon budget special, because when I got this one, it did not come with a light. And let's go up a size again. All right, this one does not look pretty anymore, because it was just kind of left to the wayside for breeding purposes. But this is just a 10-gallon, and it's got one of those sun canister filters that I happened to find at Value Village. Pretty cool about that. I made some pipes for it. But in here I do have a breeding pair of Hong Shloi Epistogramma. There is a batch of fry in here as well, but he's become aggressive, which they normally do, so they're hiding. But I'm hoping that they grow out pretty quick and I can sell those off to upgrade things. There's also a Bristlenose Pleco in here, but he is moving over to a project that I will be posting after this one to see if anyone even cares what I have to show. But again, all local sourced. Nothing too special about this one. Like I said, it's not the prettiest, but I needed plenty of hiding spots, so I just let it grow so that she could get away from him. And let's go again. All right, here we are at a 15 bow front, which is one of my, I want to say, more favorite scapes. I've got a group of neons in with 2 breeding rams. And as you can see, Daddy there is protecting all of his fry, which I'm quite excited for. Very, very nice male ram, very high finish. I'm very happy with that guy. I do have 3 autos in here as well, just keeping things kind of under control. And again, this one is basic. It does have stratum capped with black sand, black diamond blasting sand to be specific. And yes, tank is scratched up, but again, used stuff. Basic LED light that came with the setup, and this one's just got, actually it's got an aqua clear 200 on it, but it is turned down. A nice healthy tank. I have another 15 to show you. All right, so this 15 you can't judge too much because I did just let it kind of go to the wayside as well for breeding purposes. This is, as you can see, a guppy colony. I let my daughters pick certain ones they liked, and we're having some fun. I let the moss go crazy because this also does have all of my wild type Neocaridina in here. You probably won't see very many of them. One's floating over there on the left side, but they are shooting some pretty cool colors out. I do have some reds, some blues. There's this nice sky blue one that I don't think I've ever seen before. And then there is a Brussels pleco, and that is the female counterpart that will be going into the project as well. This is, I think Aquarium made this one. It's the column 15 gallon. I, however, changed the light. That is the Phoenix Fuge Ray Planted Plus light. But plants are pretty low in this one. Just got a Bucephalandra, some crypt. It's more for breeding purposes and just making sure the water is healthy. But nice, happy, active tank. The other 15, can't show you that yet. The video is coming from the rescape of that one. Hopefully this one gets people interested in my stuff. All right, another step up. All right, excuse the glare on this one. It is closer to my sliding door, so even with the blinds closed, it does reflect. This is my breeding pair of albino crebensis. Love these guys. Female was purchased. Male was actually born and grown by me. So, yay. It does have a group of cherry barbs in with it as well. I don't breed like breeders do, you know, empty tanks with just what the fish need. I want to enjoy the tank, or there's no point in having it. So yes, do I get lower yields? Sure, but they still do happen. Same thing with this one is the stratum capped with black diamond blasting sand. Basic plants, all salvaged wood, rocks, etc. This one also has an aqua clear 200 that is turned down a little bit, but everyone's happy and healthy in here as well. All right, so the next 2 that you're gonna see are grow out tanks, but like I said before, I can't have them just be empty, so they've got something. Here we go. All right, this one very basic. This was just leftover materials, but this is a 29 gallon that was given to me. And yes, common pleco did come with it. So I'm gonna give him his best life. He will get a bigger tank when I have space for one. But free tank, take care of a fish, sure. This is the grow out for the albino crebensis fry. As you can see, they're looking pretty healthy. They grow very slow, so they're not at sellable size yet. There's a few guppies floating around in here that were hitchhikers when I transferred some floating plants over, but whatever, they can grow their life here. Water level's lower because there is mystery snails in here that I was hoping to breed, and unsuccessful so far. This is just a bunch of lava rock and a salvaged stick for them to have something in their tank. There is also 3 German ram fry in here from a previous batch. One is kind of floating right above the pleco there. They're doing great, and those 3 I actually intend to keep. I probably won't sell those. See if I can get another set going or just keep them for fun. These tanks do have pothos growing out for nitrate control because they are stocked pretty heavily. This one's light is actually just, it's gonna be really bright, shop light, LED shop light from Canadian Tire, but it does the job, and it's fun to look at. Even though it's not a pretty tank, the fish are quite fun to watch. All right, let's move on. All right, this is my 40-gallon breeder. This is actually a grow out tank, even though I did put some effort into looking nice because that's what I want to do. Anyways, a big piece of salvage driftwood, all salvage rocks, and then of course 2 man-made caves over there and there. There is a cave actually naturally formed in that wood as well, because this is the grow out for the regular Carbensis. However, I'm doing a breeding project as well on lemon blue-eyed plecos. Bristlenose, obviously, and basic plant setup in here just to have it be pretty, really. I did move in 3 Apistogramma, 1 female Longsloi, 1 female Agassizi, and 1 male Agassizi, who's chilling right there. Oh, there's a female too. And that was simply because they were a breeding project in the 15 that is being rescaped in that other video, who did not pair off. So they're just gonna come out here and live their best life. There's a group of Danios in here as well, just because again, they were in another tank. I've tried multiple different dithers / community fish in with my breeding projects to see what I like best, and the neons and the cherry barbs, love them. Danios were a bit too boisterous for breeding. This one has one of those same shop lights just underneath cabinet, and some pothos in here for nitrate control as well. But very fun tank to lay on the floor and watch, especially the plecos. I love plecos. All right, we got 1 more to show. All right, we're at my 50-gallon community here. One of the first tanks I started, which I like a lot. I do let the plants grow a little bit out of control. It just, to me, feels more wild. I do trim them when they get insane, but I like the whole natural look. In here, I do have 5, they call them panda angels. I do have 1 confirmed breeding pair. They did attempt, but being so young, they did fail. It is possible that another one is forming over here. They seem to be staying pretty close to each other. But when they breed, I've got another selling project for that. And then in here was kind of a catch-all again of those other ditherfish sort of trials. There's a group of bloodfin tetras in here. There's 1 sitting right there. There's a group of rummy nose that were in here when I first got the tank. They were kind of my initial fish. Would have had more, but no stores had them at the time. I also have a group of rasboras who used to be tank mates of an old beta of mine, living their best life. I do also have a bunch of cories. I have albino, I do have some similis or smudge spot, and I do have, if you can see him, his colors aren't shining right now because I scared the heck out of them, but some orange lasers cruising around in there as well. There's my calico bristlenose hiding behind the camera hog there. I do also have an albino bristlenose and a regular bristlenose, which are male and female. I'm hoping they just naturally breed in here. All naturally sourced as well, apart from that 1 piece of driftwood I did have from a previous scape that was bought. Fluval 406. This one does have a Phoenix Ray 2 light on it. And this is just black diamond blasting sand. There is no soil in this one. but this one's fun to watch. Very peaceful. I do also have a power head there just for added circulation, but everyone seems to be very, very happy. I love my calico. He's a cute little one. If I could find some more, I might start a breeding project with those, but they're not overly popular where I am. So I'm gonna do lemon blue eyes. Well, hopefully that was fun. I know it's not professional setup here, but I take the hobby pretty seriously. It's kind of a passion of mine, and I figured the best way to show it off is to put it up here, and if people like it, great. If they don't, well, that's not really a problem to me. All of this stuff was done relatively cheap. Like I said, it's all budget, it's all Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. Only those shrimp tanks are new. Everything else is used, including the lights. The night cruise and 2 of the Phoenix I did buy on Amazon because no one had them. But hopefully there's more to come. I do have another 15-gallon that is up and running, just actually behind the camera here. But I made a rescaping video of that. It's my first attempt at a video. It's probably going to be pretty bad. But if people show interest in any of these, I can start putting in some more, what's the word? I don't even know the word right now. Put in some more effort, put in some more production value. I don't know. Either way, that one's gonna come up shortly. And I also have some just cheap budget do-it-yourselfs like Brian Shrimp Hatcheries. I made myself those. Anything to save money and just enjoy the hobby anyway. Get yourself in the door. And there will be updates based on breedings / new acquisitions, just for fun. Well, hopefully you had fun, and maybe a like and subscribe. Be the first, and we'll keep the trip going. All right, thank you.